The first scripture we will be talking about today is Romans 15:4. Paul says in his letter to the believers at the Church of Rome, for everything that was written in the past was written to teach us, so that through endurance and the encouragement of the scriptures, we might have hope. For believers, we look into the history of the Old Testament and hopefully learn from the mistakes of other people. We can learn from the many, many mistakes of the children of Israel that going another way from the way that God has provided will always lead us to places that we do not want to be. We can read about the many stories and try to imagine the time in which they occurred in order to learn by them. We can see God's compassion upon them, even as they chose the way of judgment. If we can see the results of going our own way or going the popular way of the present day culture, then hopefully we can choose God's way of doing things over those ways. One thing I will call to your attention is the promise that God made to Abraham in Genesis 12. You can read that for yourself. But my point is that God made his promise, and even though Abraham made mistakes after the promise was made, God fulfilled his part. He fulfilled his promise, his word. Did it take a while? Yes. Did Abraham delay the promise? Yes, he did. Did God renege on his promise due to Abraham's disobedience? No, he did not. God honored his word despite Abraham's actions. We see throughout the Old Testament the faithfulness of God and how he keeps his word.